Hi everybody, it's Marianne. Welcome to Yarn Happens. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year, and welcome to 2020. Today I would like to talk about my goals for 2020, some of the journals that I've set up, some of the things I've been up to, and a little bit of chit chat. Let me start off by saying I'm exhausted. I'm very tired. I'm trying to get more organized because I'm generally a person, I have a touch of OCD, and I've always been organized, but I think sometimes you find a way to pack things away and you don't realize what you've done, or anyway, I'll get to that. I've always been somebody who kept a journal, a personal journal, but this year I decided I wanted to keep a few more journals, especially things that are related to Yarn Happens. And I am by no means on a yarn diet or a yarn ban. I don't think I could ever have too much yarn. I love it too much. I could spend the day in a yarn store. But what I did want to do is I want to try to stay away from repeat buying things that I may already have, because I need to use up like some of these colors I have here. I've had them for a while. I've got some Stitch Studio by Nicole up there that I haven't even used, and my AC more closed about 10 months ago. So I need to work through that yarn, but it doesn't mean I'm not buying any. But what I did is I got a journal for it. I did a yarn inventory, and that way I know what I have on hand, so when I go shopping I can say, oh well, no, I don't need any more blue, and also I can cross it off as I use it. And the other thing that I've been inventorying is my scraps, and not all of them are like, little scrap balls. Some of them are, skeins like this that still have quite a bit on them. But what has happened is once I'm done with them, I'm packing them away in little containers like this, and then I forget I have them, and when I move on to a new project I may be grabbing a new skein of yarn off my shelf when I had plenty here that I could have used, but because out of sight, out of mind, and it's just growing. I've got I've got 3 of these that are full, and they need to be wound and weighed so I can try to get a grasp on how many yards I have. And I also have this picnic basket, which is full. So I've been working on that, getting together my inventory, winding up my yarn, weighing it, and logging it. So when I do reach for something new to make or a new pattern, the first thing I'm going to do is try to go to my scrap yarn, because if I have plenty in here to make that project, this is what I need to do. Makes sense, right? It's about time I got caught up with what everybody else is doing, I think. And also I came up with a little journal for my crafting purchases, not just my yarn, but I make stitch markers. You guys have seen them before. I think you've seen the stitch markers that I've sent to some people. I enjoy making them. I need to get pictures of all the stitch markers that I have made now, and I'd like to show them to you, but not in today's video, but get them put up on my Facebook, because I'm going to jump all over the place. I'm sorry, so just bear with me. It all makes sense in the end. But so anyway, I want to track all of my purchases. That would be my yarn purchases, my beads and charms, other things like for my journal, some of the stickers and the paper that I purchase, to put in my journal, and then postage that's related to Yarn Happens. So I'm keeping a log of that as well. And of course I've got my YouTube log. This is my new log for 2020 for my notes, for the videos that I make and future videos that I want to make. And then I also have a notebook for patterns and ideas for things that I want to make. And like, for example, I want to make a mandala. I've got a couple of these, and you guys have seen other podcasters and they've made mandalas, and I want some for my room here, just to brighten it up a little bit. And they're just so pretty, and I think it's something small and quick and easy that you can make. I also want to crochet some socks, and hopefully by the end of 2020 I'll be able to knit a pair of socks, because you know, I really wanted to knit a pair for my grandfather for Christmas, but I'm not there yet. I'm still too new of a knitter. And I want to make a boho vest with a 3/4 sleeves, a cold shoulder granny top, an Amy cat, and a yip yip. And then there's a llama that I want to make. It's a new tutorial that's out by the Crochet Crowd, but I printed the pattern and I've got it over there. I hope to start that soon. A Tunisian shawl, a knit shawl, and I want to make a cover for this chair that I've got. Right now I've got a blanket over it, but you know, it slips and slides every time I move, and so I want to make a cover that I can kind of tie in a couple of places for that. And then there's a blanket that I want to make. A couple videos ago I showed you guys some pictures and some things, some gifts, craft gifts that I received. And give me a minute, I should have been more prepared. Sorry about that. I'll try to edit that out. That's the other thing that I'm going to work on for 2020, is improving my editing skills. But anyway, I shared this picture with you guys, and this is really special to me, and it's near and dear to my heart for two reasons. For one, my mother made it, and I miss her terribly. She's been gone for about 12 years, and I miss her every day. And this was my first Mother's Day. My son wasn't even a year old yet, but my mother took and she did his little footprints and handprints. So I want to do a little blanket using these colors. I thought that would be a good idea. And also, you know, I look through magazines and I surf the internet, check out different websites for different patterns, and what I like to do is, when I see something like these came from the Mary Maxim catalog, and if I like them, what I like to do is cut them out, and gives me an idea, gives me some inspiration about just some projects that I'd like to make. So this is a little bit more organized for me. And this is my new journal. This is my journal. This is for my 2020 goals and my finished projects. I'm going to keep a log of all of my finished projects in here. And then I just have a place for notes. So now, my goals for 2020. I'm going to share with you the goals that I have listed, and then Sherry with the String Stretching Studio also did a goal, or more along the lines of a 2020 challenge, and I told her I would join in with that, so I'm going to share both of those with you. Number one is I want to make a video or a vlog one a week. I want to be more consistent with what I'm doing. And I also write a blog, or I have written one blog. But when I did it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really felt good, and I want to do that. I want to get into that, and I want to do that once a week. And I want to make more time for my journaling, so that's more of a personal goal. And I want to make one item for myself. I want to make 12 items for charity. I want to start my Christmas projects in October, so I don't feel so rushed and find that the only thing that I'm making at the end of the year is Christmas projects. And I either want to make one square or one Christmas ornament a week. Just I think it's a nice little thing that you can do in between projects. Or if you just have a few minutes and you're in the middle, you know, you have a big project and you only have 20 minutes or so, you don't want to really drag it out, something small that you can carry with you. So I thought, you know, one square or one ornament would be a good idea. And this is a personal goal, but it's a self-improvement and spiritual in a sense. I want to read or listen to one chapter of the Bible a week. I'd like to say a day, but you know, I'm already tired, and I want to try to make room for everything, and I don't want to set unrealistic goals for myself. You know, I already told myself that these, you know, these are goals and these are hopes and these are things that I want to do. But if it gets to be too much, I'm going to go through this list and I'm going to say, well, you know, I'm going to give myself a break. This can't be done. But this is just, you know, a guideline to help me along. So along with, you know, reading a chapter of the Bible, I thought it would be a good way to help me use up my scraps, because I thought that once I read that chapter that I could find a color. Maybe I felt associated with that, a color for my mood, or, you know, and how it made me feel. Like if I read a chapter that there was something in it that I found particularly happy or uplifting. A lot of us associate yellow with the color happy, so I could do a row of yellow. So that's, you know, that's just an idea. And I want to open up my own Etsy store. Right now I'm going to be using Facebook as a way to sell my finished objects and my stitch markers. I do have a PayPal set up, but I really would like to be able to open up an Etsy store. So, yeah, that was a mouthful. I feel like I really ran through that really quick. If you have any thoughts or ideas or comments about any of those goals, you know, please leave a comment below and you know, share your ideas with me. So now for the 2020 challenge with Sherry from the String Stretching Studio, and I have found that these challenges that I can actually work into with a lot of my goals. One of the challenges she has listed is complete 20 medium or large projects. So that should, you know, I don't find that unreasonable. Go 20 days in a row without buying any crafty items. I can do that too. Subscribe to 20 new YouTubers. I think that is a great idea. In fact, I've already subscribed to 4. And crochet every day for 20 days in a row. That should be easy enough too. I haven't been able to do much of that with, you know, everything else that I've been doing and organizing. But I hope to get back to it real soon, because I miss it, and I don't know how not to have a hook in my hand. I've picked one up and started something and ended up pulling it out because I can't relax enough to start a project until I feel like I'm done getting myself ready for 2020. So, send 20 pieces of Happy Mail. That's easy too. I love to send things to people, even if it's just a card. Let them know I'm thinking about them, or just to say thank you. Use 20 skeins of yarn. That's easy enough if you make 20 projects, right? Make 20 stitch markers. Hey, I'm almost done with that. I've made 19 in the last 3 days. Crazy, right? Donate 20 items. On Sherry's challenge, she says to donate 20 hats, but I found that a little too restrictive. I want to be able to, you know, not only donate hats, but donate blankets or rugs to my local Humane Society and my local animal shelter, blankets to the hospital for preemies. So I have opened that up to just 20 items. Watch 20 YouTubers you've never watched before, and once again, that's easy enough. If you're subscribing to new people, you're watching their videos too, right? And I'm always excited to find somebody new and, you know, try to help them out and support them in any way I can, even if it's just watching their videos and liking. Speaking of, one of the things that I have found is, you know, I am subscribed personally to almost 300 people, and it's hard enough to try to, you know, keep up with everybody's videos, but to leave a comment on everybody's videos, if that's all I did, that is all I would be doing, is leaving comments. As all of you know, you've left your share of comments. If you think about it, if you left any type of comment, particularly lengthy, because I can get very lengthy, it can be time consuming, and I enjoy everybody that I watch, and their podcasts, their videos, their vlogs are pretty amazing. But I'm gonna have to stop leaving comments, and what I plan on doing is either leaving a little smiley face or a heart to let them know that I was there. What's next? Participate in 20 YouTube lives. Now that one is a little tricky for me. I tend to miss a lot of lives. So I've got a year. I'm not saying it's off the table, but that one is just, it's not a priority. Not that I don't want to participate, it's just that, you know, most of the time when they're on, I'm not available. So, I'll do what I can with that. Use 20 yarns you have never used. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because there's not, I think we are all feeling this. There's not a lot of yarn easily or readily available to all of us. So to use 20 yarns that you've never used could be a bit tricky, but once again, you know, I've got a year, so let's see how that goes. Use 20 cakes. That's not a problem. I think we all have a slight addiction to cakes. That's just my opinion from what I've seen. Complete 20 YouTube videos. That coincides or lines up with, you know, one of my goals is to do 1 video a week. So if I can keep up with that, I should have 52 videos, not 20, right? Complete 20 patterns you've never done before. That's pretty easy too. I always like to try something new. I'm not one to sit and repeat a pattern multiple times. I like to try new things and play with new yarn. So, complete 20 small patterns. if I'm doing ornaments and I'm doing squares, I should have that done in no time too. Post 20 photos on Instagram is what Sherry has done, and I expanded that a little bit to include Pinterest and Facebook. I need to get better about Instagram. I have an Instagram and Pinterest, but currently there's nothing on it. Like I said, I'm trying to get myself a system and get organized and use my calendar and plan out what days I want to make a video and what days I want to work on my blog and what days I want to, you know, spend a few minutes and post on Instagram. So we'll see how that one goes. And so that is, I think that covers goals for 2020. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any of the same goals, if you think there's too many goals, if I'm a little bit of an overachiever, I value your opinion, so, you know, definitely, you know, please let me know. Okay, and I'm having to take notes simply because I'm just all over the place, and like I said, I'm exhausted, and I don't want to forget anything. So I've gone over my goals and my journals. I want to thank Kim from Classy Kim's Crochet. She gave me a wonderful shout out, and because of her I've received quite a few new subscribers. So thank you so much, Kim. You are such a kind and thoughtful person. I mean, you already have really great content, but then to include other content creators and, you know, say something nice and help them out, it's really appreciated, and you've got a very kind soul. Thank you so much. And speaking of Kim, with Classy Kim's Crochet, she has done a 2020 subscriber tag, and she has asked that anybody that has a YouTube channel, or even if you don't, you know, maybe you will one day, but most of us have, you know, have a little something, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Etsy. So what her 2020 subscribership tag is in the comments below. If you could leave your name, your channel name if it applies to you, and a link, your Facebook and a link to your Facebook, Instagram and a link to your Instagram, your Etsy shop name and a link to your Etsy shop, any and all of those things. That way it makes it easier for us to find you, because sometimes, you know, we don't have the exact spelling, or it just doesn't come out right. And you know, not only can we help find you and find each other, it gives us the opportunity to get to know each other and to help each other out. So great idea, Kim. I think it's wonderful. So well, everybody, you know, please play along. And let's see, I want to, you know, it's not that I forgot. Like I said, I'm just, you know, my brain right now is like a pinball machine, and it's firing in 100 different places. I want to give a great big thank you to my returning subscribers and to my new subscribers. Thank you so very much. You know, it's been, you know, really nice. It's nice. And I want to give a special thank you to my new friends that I have made in 2019. You know, I've got my best girlfriend, my best friend Lori, and I enjoy her so much. And I'm so thankful every time that, you know, we can get together and have a little coffee or just talk. She appreciates all handmade items, and she's not found her little niche yet. I certainly hope she does. I can't wait till she does, because once you do, the feeling is like nothing you can't describe to somebody until they have. But I've made some special yarny friends, some fiber friends, and I'm very thankful for that too. I want to thank Michele Schlieper. Michele, I know I'm saying your last name wrong, and I apologize, because by now I should know how to say it. But thank you, Michele. Thank you for being my friend. And Christi with Crochet Creations by Christi. She's a new fiber friend that I've made, and I'm so thankful for that. And Courtney with Fiber Fox Studios. Oh my goodness. You guys really need to check these ladies out. And Tammy with Slay the Day Crochet. I'm surprised she doesn't have 1,000 subscribers yet. But these are some of the few yarny fiber friends that I've made that we've chit-chatted back and forth and I've gotten to know. And I'm really thankful for that, and it wouldn't have happened without YouTube. And so next week I want to do a review of my finished projects from 2019. Just go over the things that I've made and, recap on that. And I also want to do a random act of kindness next week as my way of saying a great big thank you with a small gift as a token of my appreciation. Tongue twister. So, please stop by, look for a video next week. And check out the description box below for links to everybody that I've mentioned today, and go and check them out. They all have great content and they are a joy to watch. And if you could also go over to April's Crochet and Stuff and give her, if you could, give her a big welcome back. She's a content creator. It's been a while. It's been since September since she's been made any videos. She was out recovering from back surgery, and she just put up 2 videos yesterday. So she's back to YouTube. To YouTube land, as Debbie with the Canadian Crotcher calls it. So if you could take a minute and hop over to her channel, to one of her latest videos, and just welcome her back. I think it would make her feel really good. And it'd only take a moment of your time, and we're all kind to each other anyway, aren't we? So, now before you go, if you could, please remember to like and to subscribe, and check out my other videos if you haven't seen them. So, until next time, be kind, be well, and smile often. I'll see you next week. Bye.